politics in the new world and reframing politics. So this channel is dedicated to the new world, to what we would call on this channel the B world. And so all of our attention is to looking at how we get stuck in the old paradigm and how we get to the new paradigm, what the world's going to look like through that lens. So if you are dedicated and you feel hope or whatever else you need, that you're feeling called to continue having your mind saturated in politics, this video is not for you. This video is dedicated to kind of reframing the way we look and our connection to politics, and then getting to the point where we can let that piece go so that we can start looking for the new, looking for the fresh bread out in the world, to see the new world coming in and being part of that world coming in. So part of that is getting our minds and our attention to where the new world is, so that the new world can birth itself. So here's the reframing. So this comes from a place within me many years ago. I was very much into the opinion politics, cable news, things, both sides, listening to the arguments and all that stuff. And I cut that out of my life. And that was just an absolutely wonderful decision I made. I never regret it. I absolutely love the space that it opened up for me. And more recently, within the last couple of years, I have cut out regular news altogether, and that it isn't a part of my life at all anymore. And these are the reasons why, or here was the call, was when I was away from that, there was a sense, the citizenry sense within me that pulled me that, am I just not caring about the rest of the world? And, should I have a little bit of my attention there so I kind of know what's going on? And so, getting over that sense really gave me clarity of the ridiculousness of being plugged into that system, into that programming, and that my attention elsewhere was the greatest gift that I could give to anybody, and it was the greatest gift I could give to myself. Plus, I could start to see the new world coming in, because you have to start to see the new world coming in to have faith that it's coming in. Otherwise, you just are going to be along with the B people that are just going to think that we can, with the safeguards that were in place in our world, we can put it back together. So the idea is to look at this from what's been going on. If you have any chance, if you have any kind of connection to being apolitical, to just see what's going on. The polarization, it was so intense. Neither side could at all see that they were both taking extraordinarily extremist perspectives. And so there any voice of reason was just lost. It was me. I know that it was like, I have these ideas, but everybody was shut down to being right. And there were I can't remember having a good political conversation in the last decade, because people had such strong emotions towards one or the other. So the way you could look at it is, to reframe it, is that all of these safeguards are now non-existent. That the new administration, there is not going to be a chance for another blue wave next time. The chances that the Democrats in their current position have any chance, have any authority, any power, is gone. The new administration coming in tested the limits of the law, and they have it all set. They know exactly what they're doing. The Supreme Court has given full authority for the president to do whatever they want to do, as long as it's in the capacity of the president. And it's obvious that it wouldn't have mattered anyway. There is no limit now to what somebody can try and get away and not get away with, or they get away with it. So the idea is just to believe that the resistance that's going to come is to open to the new world. So whatever attention we're still giving to that paradigm is lost energy. It is the remnants of the outraged fear and anger that caused a lot of the reason that we had what was going on. So just in my sense, it is complete. There is no voice that I could use to bring anything that would cause enough change to be able to happen. And what's going on now too is there are just going to be people that are still plugged into that, and they're going to be there with their sadness. They are still going to be there with their virulence, with how bad these people are, and just sitting there telling somebody how bad they are isn't going to do any good. And for the other side, the people that took the position of the new administration, what's going to be left? Well, they're in their minds, they are going to be connected to, hey, we have this new hope. We have this new hope that my ideas are actually going to be birthed into the world. So they're going to be plugged into it, like just monitoring how well they're doing. And then the other side of that coin is the hubris. They are just going to be there to continue to downgrade, denigrate, and basically smash their opponent while they're down, kind of thing. And that energy isn't going to bring any kind of resolution. So the reframe is, if you have to stay into politics, pull it away from the federal level and bring it to the local level, to the people around you. Stop projecting deeply out from where you live. Bring it back. And if you still need to be in politics, make it as local as you possibly can. Be as vocal and local as you possibly can. Or just completely let yourself find, and I'll bet a lot of people that this would be the greatest relief and understanding that their emotional calibration system has been calibrated to an intense level, and just taking a break. Even if this message doesn't speak to you fully, take off a day, take off a week, take off a month, and say, hey, I'm going to be apolitical. I'm out of this for a little while, and take a break from it and see what your emotional state is. And so I'm excited for the new world. We're looking for the freshest ideas. We're looking for the freshest bread in town. And so we have to have discussions that are a little bit challenging. And this was a challenging message for me to make, just knowing that it's hard to speak about politics because everybody is so riled up that no matter how neutral you become, it becomes a thing. People want you to match their outrage. So anyway, freshest bread in town. We're looking for it. That's what this channel's all about.